What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to show you how to make free or cheap trail armor out of a factory Dana 35 cover. Now, if you're like me and you don't want to spend a lot of money on trail armor or a div cover for a Dana 35 because, I mean, it's a Dana 35, this is a cheap or free solution. For me, it was free because I already had Dana 35 sitting in my backyard that's going to go to the junkyard anyway. I've already pulled the axles. I've pulled the carrier. Now I just, I pulled the diff cover, and whatever's left I will now take to the junkyard. For you guys or, somebody, it could be free or cheap if you could find, I'm sure any junkyard around you is going to be plentiful with 35s because mine is, and this place is tiny. So this just made enough sense to spend, an hour or two cutting this up and making it work and making a video and showing you guys how to do it. So I did my cutting on my Portaband. If you don't have a Portaband, a 4-inch grinder works just fine. I prefer the Portaband because it's cleaner, it's faster, it's quieter, and I don't have to smell the metal from it on a grinder in my beard all afternoon. So the bandsaw was a perfect solution for me. So now I will flip the camera around and I'll show you guys how I accomplished it, and you can have your own interpretation on the way to do this. So let's go. We're gonna need our ratchet and I believe they're 1/2-inch bolts. Probably should have charged this battery before I started this project, but it still works. Yes, this is a Harbor Freight earthquake, by the way. It works just fine for what I need it to do. Since it is a Dana 35, it has this fill plug. So I think what I'll do is I'll come between these two bolt holes here. We'll cut it straight across here to kind of, cut into the edge of that hole so this plug will be gone. And then when I come off right here, I'll bring it up something like this. And we'll take it all the way across. Well, we'll come up a little bit higher than that. We'll take it all the way across up to between these two holes here. I know it's not, fancy or high tech, but it should work well enough. I'll do the same thing for the front axle after I get this one done, and if it works out, then I'll do it for the front end. Now we just have a whole bunch of, I guess, grinding. Can't really cut it on my bandsaw, so I'll do it with the grinder. By the way, if any of you guys want to try this, I would recommend cleaning really, really well, because gear oil plus sparks may blow up, so make sure you clean it really well. That should be good enough. So I was wrong. apparently I can do most of the cuts on this on my Portaband, so that's what we're going to do, and then we're just going to use the grinder to purdy it up. So I'll get a little bit of video of that. Now I'll take my grinder and clean up all the edges and throw a coat of paint on it. Okay, now that I'm looking at it, I'm actually going to have to take this cut down to the bottom of that hole, because I just don't feel like I'm going to be able to get the plug off of the other one in and out with this hole here. So I'm just going to take this cut here down another like 3/4 of an inch and then all the way across, and I should still be able to clear the top of that bolt hole. So it's time to fire up the bandsaw again. Hey, here we have it. I really wish I could have had a little bit more protection here, but like I said, on these 35s with this plug in the back, it's really hard to get the plug in and out if you have something in front of it. But this will offer a lot more protection than just one cover. Should do. Now what I'll do is I'll take the bolts out of here and I'll go to the store, get some that are, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch longer, and then I'll put just a single nut between the two covers, so it'll be spaced out, you know, 1/2 inch or so. Well, probably more like 3/8 of an inch or so, but either way, then I'm going to have to take this to work and paint it, because I can't paint it inside my house, and I don't have heat in my little shop here. So I'll post a few pictures when I get it painted and installed. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for today, because like I said, I need to go to the store and get bolts and paint this up and stuff, and I don't want to go into work today. So I'll take this in on Monday. Okay, I know I said I was going to take this to work and paint it, but I just couldn't wait, so I painted it. Yeah, it's not a pretty perfect paint job, but that thing's not pretty or perfect either, so it'll match just fine. Thanks for watching.